Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome to another what if scenario, and today we're doing the 2018 World Cup with the United States. What if the United States qualify for the 2018 FIFA World Cup? So I have the groups right in front of me, and it says here in CONCACAF that Mexico came top, Costa Rica came second, Panama came third, Honduras went to the playoffs, and United States came 5th, 1 point behind Honduras. They missed out on the playoff because they lost against Trinidad and Tobago. I believe it was a 2-1, a 2-1 loss. Also, I think Panama won their final game as well. So, of course, Panama stole that result. It was quite a close group. Looking at Costa Rica here, they had 16 points, then Panama had 13, so did Honduras, and United States had 12. Trinidad and Tobago only got 2 wins in that campaign, and one of them was against the United States. How crazy is that? So what we're going to do is we're going to have to put the United States into a group where they probably would have gone into. Now, Honduras went to the playoffs, the Interconfederation playoff thing, and they lost 3-1 to Australia. Now, it's very hard to say if the United States would have beaten Australia in that playoff, but let's just say, for example, that they did, and they take Australia's place in this group. So we're going to have to replace Australia with the United States, and they will go into Group C. A lot of people will be like, no, they wouldn't have gone into Group C or whatever, or, you know, something like that, but let's just say that they did. Let's just outright replace them. If you guys have any other suggestions for these games, then I'd like to hear them. Only teams that have gone insanely close to the World Cup, you know, like literally like a point or two off, or, you know, missed out via the playoffs or something. Of course, these scenarios, these what if scenarios, are literally down to how I play in this group, so just take it with a pinch of salt. You know, it's not actually supposed to be hyper realistic, it's just a fantasy scenario. Alright then, the first match for the United States is going to be against France. So my personal opinion on the United States, if they had qualified for this World Cup and ended up in this group, I don't think they would have got out of this group personally. I think that France obviously would have been definitely a loss for the United States, 100%, because France were unreal in 2018. Peru, they might have done something against them, possibly. And I think against Denmark, I just don't think that they would have done anything really too special against Denmark. Potentially a couple of draws there, but again, you know, the United States, that campaign in 2018, looking at the points and stuff, yes, they were unlucky, but they should have done a little bit better than that. Of course, I'm going to get a lot of stick from United States fans that probably will think different, and that's fine. You know, we're all entitled to different opinions and stuff. It's all good. You know, that's just my personal opinion. But here, against France, I highly doubt that I'm going to beat them. Highly doubt it. Well, that was a good ball to Mbappe, and already he's through and off the bar. Already we're under pressure. So I can't really remember what actually happened against Trinidad and Tobago for the United States. But how do the United States lose against bottom of the table Trinidad and Tobago? You know, Trinidad and Tobago weren't good in 2018. They weren't good. Looking at their points tally, you know, they only got just a few points. They were rock bottom of the group by a considerable margin behind the other teams. So I just don't understand. It must have been some sort of freak result or something. I have to say though, the United States had a really nice kit here. The white kit that we're wearing right now, it's really nice. I really like the design of it. So that was a W from the United States. Into Pulisic, and it just goes wide. It seems like for the United States here, their striking options don't seem to be particularly amazing. We got Wood up top, who I don't really know about, so apologies for my shocking ball knowledge. And then we got Altidore, who's bang average at best most of the time. So, like, I don't want to be like offensive to the United States or whatever, but he is bang average at times. And then you got the aging Clint Dempsey as well on the bench. All right, it's a corner to United States. Almost 75 minutes played. And it's a header, and it's going to go out, just tipped over the bar by Lloris. I can't believe that actually hung in the air for that long. It is possible to draw against France, but I don't know. Again, I'm in control, so If we were watching this match, I think France would have been maybe 2 or 3 up by now on the real United States from 2018. Oh my goodness, it snuck in! It snuck in! Number 7 has scored! And I don't know how Lloris couldn't keep that out, but Wood has scored for the United States to make it 1-0 in the 78th minute. And that kind of felt a little bit wrong in a way, because I think Lloris would have kept that header out. It was just, that was really poor goalkeeping. I think in real life he would have done better with that one. But obviously, you know, this is a fantasy scenario and it is a video game, so it's not going to replicate real life that much. It's out on the wing here and tackled by Koscielny. I don't know why France insist all the time on this game of playing Koscielny at the back. But here comes Mbappe into the middle. And they've equalised. No, Mbappe's assist provides the goal for Umtiti. And what was Umtiti doing that far up? He was just like, yeah, I'm going to go on an adventure and tap it in to score the equaliser. USA could have done it in the end, but no. And at full time, France and the United States have drawn 1-1. We almost slightly embarrassed France there a little bit because, you know, we were 1-0 up and we were about to win the game, but Umtiti comes through with the equaliser. Very unlikely source of goals. I couldn't believe he just ran upfield and tapped it in from Mbappe's assist. But that's a good point for the United States. I will take that. Our second match of this World Cup is against Denmark. Could be potential to get another draw or possibly a win if we play as well as we did against France. And even though I say that, we didn't actually play that well against France. You know, we weren't on top form, but our goal was a little lucky. So we'll see how we get on in this game. Peru beat Denmark 1-0 in the last game. Crossed in by Denmark, headed away. And they're putting on a lot of pressure. This is going to be a long match if we let Denmark put on tons of pressure. Bradley crosses it in. Header. Oh, good save by Schmeichel in net. Oh, referee, really? Another free kick to Denmark? I barely even touched him and it's a lot closer this time as well. Eriksson, he might actually go for it this time. He might. He goes for it and it just skims the bar. Again, another missed free kick from Eriksson. He will get it right if they get more free kicks. Here comes Wood. Oh, he's still got it. Wood. Oh, he's put it well wide there. Oh, Wood. What was that? Up to you. And Nagby. Is there a chance to cross it in? It's deflected and it's in. It's headed in by, I think it's Wood again. It is Wood. And that is 1-0 to the United States. I told you before the second half started that we needed to do this to capitalise on the momentum. Because Denmark were getting close most of the time. And yeah, it was a bit of a deflection. Oh, I think that it looked like the Danish player headed it in. It looked like it. Yeah, it was. But Wood claimed it. Okay, Jonas Knudsen has scored to make it 1-0. So it was an own goal. A bizarre own goal. Oh, good through ball. Poulsen. He's got it. Oh, slide tackled in front of him. Hold on a second. I don't think that's a pen. Howard got the ball first. I mean, I know I made the... Oh, that's a red card? I want to see that again. I want to see that again. Maybe Poulsen tripped over my striker when I was going in front of the here. Oh, no way. I went past him and his arm took him out and that's a red card. Yes! Come on! Good save by Tim Howard. He's always so reliable. We could get a good win here, even with 10 men. Saved the penalty as well. We lead for an own goal. The USA have been quite fortunate. Oh, that was also lucky. When he put his leg round him, I was thinking, oh, that's going to be another pen. But luckily it wasn't. We got a 1-0 win against Denmark. We had to grind it. We got lucky as well. But that's sometimes what you need. And yeah, okay, believable to a certain extent. You know, they could have done that. So what happened in the other game? In Peru versus France, it was 2-0 France. So we are in a little bit of a precarious situation, as you can see. If Peru beat us, then we'll get eliminated. Final game of the group, and it's a big match. It's against Peru. It's definitely a winnable game, but again, I think we're going to have to grind a result here. USA on this game it just doesn't feel like they're brilliant at attacking. I think their attackers, for me personally, they're just not brilliant. The only one that really stands out the most is Pulisic. Here comes Yedlin. He's pretty quick. He can produce a decent cross maybe. Oh, that was a decent header. Again, Wood attacking the goal. He's been pretty decent, Wood. But I haven't seen much from Altidore. Come on, Altidore. It's your chance to shine, Altidore. What can you do for me? Cross that in. Pulisic. Oh, again, wide. Here comes Farfan out on the wing. Crosses that in to no one. But it's headed back out to Peru. This isn't good. Defending is shocking here. That's a good ball. And that's in. That is in from Farfan. That's 1-0 to Peru. And as it stands, the United States will be going out. Oh, the defending was not great on that one. I struggled to defend. And I said this from the start that we were going to struggle a little bit in this group. I think that the United States would have struggled in real life, to be fair. But he turned me very well there and it was just tapped in. Perhaps Howard could have done a bit better with that. Here comes Peru. And over the bar. If they got that second one, it would have definitely been game over. Peru have been so good at locking me down here. We just haven't had any chances. And I said earlier in the run that the United States felt a little bit slow and not very, good sort of thing. The only bright spark in the team that I can kind of see was Pulisic. And obviously, you know, back then he played for Chelsea. So, yeah, he was always going to be the bright spark. And as the match concludes, United States just didn't do enough in the end. We conceded a goal and that was it. Peru locked down. And the chances we did have in front of goal were really poor. A 1-0 loss to Peru will mean that we get dumped out in 3rd place. And that was unlucky from the United States. We got 4 points. And to be honest, that is semi-realistic, I'd say, for what could have happened if they advanced into the 2018 World Cup. So you got a couple of matches here that kind of happened in real life as well, just to add to the realism of the run, kinda, a little bit. So we got France versus Argentina and Uruguay versus Portugal. That absolutely happened in real life. And then you got Spain versus Russia in the round of 16. All the other ones are slightly different. So yeah, that was your little run with the United States. What if the United States qualified for 2018? Well, they would have been knocked out in the group. And I think that as well. I think certainly they would have definitely struggled to do anything in the 2018 World Cup in that group anyway, assuming they would have been put in that group. But like I said, you know, this is a video game, this is fantasy and stuff. You may have a different opinion. But anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little run with the United States. If you did, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.